Good morning, everybody, and once again, welcome
Hello,
back
can
to
you hear
today's
me?
class. We are on the day number 2.
Hello.
Yes, Harshal. So we are on the day number 2 today of the batch 15 of admin. So yesterday we discussed about little bit of the cloud computing, value and service. That what is value, what is service here. Okay. Now we're proceeding further and we're going to be little more deep dive in the ITIL or ITSM. Okay. Why these are required? Because ServiceNow is a ITIL compliant tool. Means ServiceNow follow, I don't know, the principles is not the right word, best practices which is given by ITIL to build ServiceNow as a platform. I as a consultant, you as a consultant, we as a consultant recommend the best practice to the customers, to our clients, that this is a good way to do this part. This is a good way to do this perspective. And all this good way we got from ITL, from experience, from the best practices, from the learnings only. Okay. So today almost half session will be go in this part. Not we are not going in the deep dive of this one much, but just to be overview. So we see service yesterday. It means enabling a value co-creation by facilitating outcome that customer want to achieve on this particular point. Now, what is service management? When we manage this service with a specialized skill, now let's say if someone of us is not well and he's having some throat problem, will you go to the heart specialist? Come on, Atul, we'll go to the ENT specialist. Someone has some problem in eye, will you go to the kidney specialist or the physiotherapy specialist? No, we'll go to the eye specialist. Why? Because we know that these or he or she is the specialized in this particular area. This is what the service management says. It is a set of specialized organization capabilities. Like if I'm working in a company, I say, hey, if you want ServiceNow implementation, we are specialized here. We are certified people here. We have certifications in this domain. If you come to us, we will do the implementation end to end without any problem, without any defect, without any issue, because we have a specialized organization capabilities which providing value to the customer. Ultimately goal क्या है? Value. और value क्या है? Benefits, usefulness, importance of something. So service is providing some services. Now, if you say, if I ask why you are come to me to attend the class, because maybe in the market you find that nobody is best than Atul who can teach us service now from the techno-functional perspective. So it is a specialized capability which I have. And value, we discuss, we know that we want to be learned service now. We want to build a career in the service now. Okay. Then we go to the ITSM and ITIL. These two words are interchangeable, but actually it's not. These two are the two different concepts, two different domains completely, I can say, but they work hand in hand. ITSM stands for the IT Service Management, Information Technology Service Management, which says if you want to do any activity, that should be started from the designing, creating, delivering, and supporting. Let's say Max says, I want to build a house. Okay, good. He hired an architect, he hired a builder, he hired the carpenter, he hired the internal, this one, interior guy, he hired the plumbing one, wireman, everything. He hired everybody It has been created, everybody put design, everybody put building, and now house is ready. Mac and his family shifted in that house. After a few days, he is facing some issue. Tap is not working, light is not working, parking has some problem, garage has some problem. These are called the supporting. This is what the life do. The day we receive the things, we happy. And when they start causing the problem, we start supporting them. So ITSM says it starts from designing, creating, delivering, and supporting as well. But the IT services. Now, if I say, let's say Infosys, they did not build the houses. They build the software. They build the products. Wipro, TCS, Cognizant, TXC, all the companies, IT companies, they build the software. They ask the requirement from the customer. Okay, tell me what you want. Maybe if you think how this WhatsApp has been built up, someone sitting at home and saying, hey, I need some way to send message quickly. SMS is there. No, more than that. Then someone think about the WhatsApp. Oh, it can be done. Okay, let's start. Then they design it. They build it. They create it and they deliver it. They launch for the public. Okay, guys, we build a new software called WhatsApp. Please use it. And now they're supporting and managing it as well. After 2 days, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, you get an update from WhatsApp. Please update the software. Please update the software. Why? Because they're supporting it. They're enhancing the features. Maybe security perspective, maybe feature perspective, functionality perspective, quantity perspective, quality perspective, then enhancing it. Then what is ITL? ITL stands for the Information Technology Infrastructure Library. Why library? Because in the initial days, it was a set of books, 5 books. Now this is an old concept. The 5-book concept was in the ITIL V3. And now we're in ITIL 4, not V4. I'm again repeating, we are in the ITIL 4. ITIL says that I'm a framework of the best practice. Simple example, follow the traffic rule. Don't override from the left side. What it is a rule or best practice? It's a best practice. Because if you, what I can say, if अरे भी क्या वर्ड यूज किया था क्रॉस करने के लिए, ठीक है, I'll miss that word. Okay, so if go to Tuja. Overtake, yes, sorry. If you overtake from the left side, the chances that you can have an accident. Better to overtake from the right only. Give a horn so that the driver can see that who is passing from my side. Okay, or whenever you're walking, walk on the pedestrian side. Don't walk on the road. Now maybe in like regions you and me are staying, we have a cycle lane as well. Don't walk on the cycle lane because that is only for the cycle. So these are the best practice. Don't eat much sugar. It can boost your blood sugar as well. Do the exercise daily, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. These are the best practice. These are not the rules. These are the best practice. If you want to keep yourself healthy, then follow this best practice. Someone do, someone not do. By doing, someone had a lot of junk food, but still he feel healthy. He did not get a fatty tummy or kind of things. But someone who just eats small junk, get pimples kind of things, or getting the sugar high or the fatty tummy kind of things. So ITIL says these are the best practice. Now best practice in the concept of in the context of the IT services. If you want to build a software, please follow these best practice. It is always recommended that if you are a developer and you're writing your code, please put the comments as well on the each line at least, that what this line is doing. Why? Maybe after 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, when you are not here, if someone open this code, he or she should know that what this code is doing. These are the best practice. So we follow the best practice in this life cycle because we have a specialized skill, because we are providing a service to the customer. So these four are interrelated with each other. Sometimes what happens that I go to the customer side, we discuss our requirement. Customer says, I want an approval on the incident record. Very good, we can do it. But the question comes, why? Why you need an approval on the incident record? Because incident record is something break, not access. You're requesting it. Then why you need approval? So where at that point these best practice come into the picture? No, it's not a best practice. No. Now if you go on a birthday party, you had a lot of junk food, cold drink, ice cream. Then generally it happened with me. When we go out for a dinner, I asked my wife, okay, I want to eat these things. Okay, you can eat it. So we have some junk food, ice cream, cold drinks, everything. When I come back home, she simply says, now for the next few days, there's no junk food at home. Even my son said, no, I'm in the mood to have a pasta. No, because we already have a lot of junk food a day before yesterday. So let's give a space to the body to digest, to take it out. And then after 1 week, 10 days, we'll think again about this. Why? Because this is the best practice. If you eat a lot of things like this on a daily basis, you may impact your body. Now the thing is that we are going to be discuss about the ITIL 4. ITIL V3 was there in 2019. Exelo, AXELOS, Exelos launched ITIL 4. Again, I'm saying it is not ITIL V4. It's not ITIL V3 का version है, V4 नहीं, ऐसा नहीं है. It is a complete migration, transformation, I can say. Because ITIL 4 changed a lot of concepts of understanding. They introduced a lot of new things in the best practices. Okay, so ITIL 4 brings something new. ITIL 4 says it's a holistic approach to service management and focusing end-to-end service management from demand to value. अब यहाँ पर ये नई चीज आ गई और सर्विस तो थी, वैल्यू भी थी, नाउ डिमांड एक और आ गई है. Someone needs a new software for the communication. Take a simple example of everybody know Jio. We all are from India. We know that how Jio has been started, how they created the demand, and now how they're serving the value. This is what is this ITIL 4 says. Starting from the first point that, okay, do I need to build this? What is the demand in this in the market? And what value it will bring? I want to open a restaurant in this city. Why? Because I think there's a demand of that. There's a lot of Indian community there, but there's no good restaurant is there. So it is a demand. How that demand will get generated, how that demand will get evaluated, how that demand will become a project, and what value we are expecting it. Everything need to be considered as a part of ITIL 4. इसलिए इसको अकेला नहीं रखा, इसको वैल्यू नहीं रखा, इसको पूरा डिमांड से वैल्यू तक लेके जाओ. With the touch wood, with the God grace, when I done my first batch of this training, it was like completely 2-3 friends connect with me. Atul, we want to get a refresher course of the service now. I said okay. From the day when I'm just sharing on the techno functional part, I said okay. 14 days crash course every weekend. We have a class. I done that batch. I put on the LinkedIn. I got a lot of requests to start a first batch, second batch as well. I said no. I never thought about these trainings. People say no, we go through your videos, it was too good. We want you to start a fresh batch with a good context agenda. I said, oh, then I evaluate the demand. Why people are saying, because the time I started this training, there was a no concept called a techno-functional service now trainings. It was only technical trainings. So I introduced this word techno-functional. As soon as this techno-functional hit in the market, the demand get generated. Now my first batch give a value and next batches start providing the values on that particular part. So I evaluate that, okay, people are saying, Atul, you should start a new batch. Let me think. I'm capable for the same or not? I understand the demand. Yes, there is a demand in the market. I do little research. How many people are there who train on service now? What tools they teach? What modules they teach? And later I found there was no concept called the techno-functional. Everybody talking about the technical. Go to client script. Go to build this rule, this rule, this rule, this rule. I said, wow, let's do it. So then I prepare end-to-end fundamental, starting from agenda till delivering the service now training, question answers. I build a complete approach. This is called holistic approach. कुछ भी हो जाए, कैसे भी हो जाए, I have to think on this part. To do this part, not service now, ITIL says two major points. Number one is it is a 4-dimension model. And number two, it is a SVS, service value system. What is 4-dimension model? In the beginning, when I started my career in 2009, maybe you know, you don't know, I work in the support. I work as a developer. I work as a tester as well. So I tested everything like this. And then I work as a release engineer and then finally landed into the ITIL domain. Okay. So when I started my ITIL journey, it was said that this industry, IT industry, work on the 4 Ps. Here we are. People, process, product, and partners. I'm talking about the IT industry. 4 Ps, 4 S, 4 Ms are different for the different industries. Okay. Excelo says we are still here, but now it has been renamed to 4-dimension model. Number one, it says organization and the people. कौन सी कंपनीज के क्या लोग हैं? They all are equally important to build approach. That is very much important. People, product, partner, and process. This is what the people come here. वहां सिर्फ people थे. देखो अगर if you see here, we just have a people, but now it's a people alone don't do anything until unless the organization also support them. So ITIL 4 bring this concept कि इनके बिना भी काम नहीं चलेगा. Then information and technology. Don't just rely on the processes. We need the technology as well. Now, if you see, process is a one thing. Like if you take an example, traffic's operations, or you can say what I can say, baking, cooking, designing, apps. People are using technology, organizations are using technology. I needed data. Let's ask user what they order. From the order, let's build a pattern. From pattern, we are getting the AI ML together and building the build. Want to see that what people are looking for now. This is what information technology also used to build these things. Not only processes, people process भी थे, but information technology नहीं था. Now they bring partner and supplier. Why supplier and why partner? यहाँ पर देखो, if you see this, we have only partners, but they said no, partner और supplier दोनों होने चाहिए. Because now if we say we four are partner and supplier. You are my partner. I am your supplier. क्यों? Because if you people will not attend the class, to whom I will share with whom I will share the knowledge. If I will not share the knowledge, then to whom you will ask the questions. So we both are here for each other. So this is partner and supplier. Now if you see a trend in the market, let's say a company X taking the services from company Y. Sooner or later they say that we are a strategic partner now. Means the provider is now participating to build the business for the company X as well. So this is what partner supply, because co-creation of value यहाँ चाहिए हमें. मैं अकेले survive नहीं कर सकता. I need you to be survive with me. Okay, and the last is value stream and the processes. What it says now, the picture says value stream. Actually, value stream is a very big term. And this concept we use mainly in the agile. Can we say value streams are the departments? No, not departments. These are the units in the business for whom you are developing or working on that particular requirement. It's very tough to be explained like this in the layman language, but if you want to be understand, we can say, okay, value streams are like a department for me. Okay, just for this understanding purpose, but value streams are not the department at all. And it has a processes. To do the things, we need the process. So 4Ps are still there, but it has been replaced. But it has been replaced with the automation people, information technology, partner supplier, value stream and processes. Without these four pillars, ITIL 4 cannot work. To support this, they have another part, SVS, Service Value System. Before that, any question? Doubt, question, clarification? I generally says in my training, maybe not now. When service now, we are entering the service now domain. Yes, Suja, go ahead.
No, I was just saying no.
Okay. Generally, I says that if you are silent in the training, it is a benefit for me, loss for you. Because you are paying to getting the knowledge. If you did not poke me to clarify your questions, I am happy. I have no issues. I assume you are understanding everything. Now either you're sleeping, you're doing some other work, you're eating, making food, something. That's fine for me. No questions means everything has been understood. Yes, go ahead, Mac.
I have a question. I want to take you back.
Sure.
You had explained ITIL ITSM.
Right.
You had explained ITIL is a framework,
Right.
right? And the second part, ITSM, I was not very clear. You said like ITM is a best practice. That means sets of rule that we have to follow it,
ITIL is a best practice.
right? That means it sets of rules that we have to go through
Rules
it.
नहीं, rules नहीं. When you say rules means you have to follow it. If you go against that, it can you may get impacted. You definitely get impacted. So if I say, okay, I'll give an example. If I say do the exercise daily for 20 minutes, okay, that is a best practice, not a rule. If you don't do the exercise, still maybe you feel healthy. I have a lot of known in my community, in my friend circle, who watch a lot of TV, mobile screens, but they don't have a specs. But I have a specs. Even though I don't have a TV at my home, I don't watch a lot of mobile screen. But it's the best practice says minimize your screen time. So it is never called a rule, because when you say rule, rules means it's a strict. Like if I say on the highway, this speed limit, right? If you cross that, you have to pay the fine. That is the rule. If you are new driver, take the car on the left hand and drive it slowly, no problem. But you have to minimum maintain this rule. Like on the some highways, it says 60 is the minimum speed, 80 is the minimum speed, but not more than 120. If go for the 120, camera will catch you and you have to pay the penalty. That is the rules. If you don't come to the school on time, that is the rule, not the best practice. Best practice says get up early and reach 5 minutes before the school timings. That is the best practice, so that you can get settled down the things and get ready for assembly. So ITIL never says it's a rule. That is, if you say, I say framework of the best practice, never rule. Rule has defined somewhere. Okay, I tell you that how these best practices come. These best practices come from the different people, from the learnings. In 90s somewhere when this ITIL come in the picture. So top people from the industries come together and start building it. Okay, if I follow this thing, I will have these benefits. If I follow this thing, I have these many benefits. So they form a best practice. Maybe that work for you, maybe that not work for me. Maybe if I do the exercise daily, it impact my body. But if you do the exercise daily, it not impact your body. So these are the best practice which come learn from the different areas of different people, and they come together and they form it as a framework. I'll come to you, Harshal. Mac, clear?
Okay, and so how we can relate this both two words like ITIL and ITSM,
Mhm.
and you said also it's a framework, right? And if
Right.
you relate little bit with the service now, how we can make it that would be more clear to understand how we can relate with also service now. Is it platform that use service now, or I'm a little bit confused at this
Okay.
part.
So ITSM says I have three things or the four things: design, create and deliver and support. ये लाइफ साइकिल है, ठीक है? Like a human being has a life cycle: birth, child, adult, old, dead. ठीक है? This is a life cycle. So this says it's a life cycle. Now, if I relate to the service now say if you want to build anything, if you implement anything, you have to be design it. Like I want to implement incident management for my customer. I have to be design it. बहुत बोलोगे सर डिजाइन क्या करना है, तो ऑलरेडी बना हुआ है. हाँ, but maybe you need something else. Maybe you need something more addition in that particular part. So I have to be design it. I have to be create and deliver it. For the designing, what is the best practice I have? Again, I'm saying when we're in the school, every year we have exam. And how our teacher prepare us? They did not prepare on the last month. They prepare from the day one. Okay, today we are going to chapter 1. Tomorrow I will listen this chapter 1 from everybody. What this the homework says? Best practice to remember that what we have done yesterday. Because this question can come in the exam as well. This is what designing has some best practice, creating has some best practice, delivering has some best practice. So when you go in these different phases of a IT services, we have to follow the different best practice. Till the time bachelor, you can go anywhere in the midnight as well. You can wake up at any time. You can eat anything. But as soon as you get married, you have to be or you should come at home on time. You should tell your wife, hey, today I have office party. I will be coming late. Today I have to be go early because we have some pre-planned plannings or the meetings or something like this. These are the best practices, but that best practice is only applicable when you get married. When you're bachelor, nothing apply to you. Only applies thing is that you have to be take care of yourself. Don't indulge in the unethical, unnecessary activities kind of things. So these are the life cycle and these are the best practices or a framework which support these life cycles to make a better results to us. Clear, Mac?
Very clear, sir. Thank you.
Good. Yes, Arshil, go ahead.
Sir, my question is very something different actually.
Mhm.
ITIL, can we say it is a beneficial for the service provider companies adopting the ITIL framework?
Even not, okay. This question has been asked to me in the interview. There is a company who is making or manufacturing the car. Do they use ITL?
It's a framework. It might be the different framework from there.
You answer your question then. It's not only for the service provider. It is applicable for each and everyone who can take benefit of that framework. Same example I come. Doing exercise is good. But if I want my kid should be healthy, I ask him, okay, in the morning when you get up, do little walk, at least 10 or 20 rounds you have to be take a glass of water, then go for the fresh, go for the brush. Now, even though he's just 8 years and I'm 40 years, applicable for both of us.
Okay,
right?
but yeah, one thing. Currently, I am working in CMM level 5 company. Okay. And earlier 5 years, I have working in a very small organization where this rule was not applicable.
Okay.
ITIL was not
Okay.
Till the service was perfect. So what is difference it makes actually?
See, I am I'm again saying the same things. Is that don't think that it was a CM5 level or it was a startup. The only thing is that how you can get a benefit of that particular best practices. Because ITIL never says that I'm only applicable for the CM5, CM4 level. ITIL says I'm happy or you can use me anywhere if I'm fitting in your bucket.
Oh, okay, got it.
Same example of the exercise. It can be benefited for you as well. It can be benefited for me as well. It for Rituja as well. It for kids as well. Now, sometime my son said, no, I'm not in the mood to have water now. I'm getting late. Let me go and fresh up and get ready for the school. He skip it. That's fine. But I, as an adult, know that if I skip the exercise for day one, I feel little laziness. I lose something. I'm not completing my day completely. Yes. So it is a framework. If you think it is fitting in your bucket, you can do it. Our parents always says, our teachers always says, if you write, you will remember always. That is the best practice. Now we have so much gadgets that even we don't remember some spellings as well, because we know as soon as you write, spelling goes wrong. Word, WhatsApp message will show that what is the right spelling. Autocorrect will be there. Now we write everything on the laptops. If you start writing everything on the copy pen, you remember the things a lot because that is the best practice. Applicable for the kids as well, applicable for us as well. Okay. So it's that framework where you want to be used, that is up to you. Maybe 100% it can be applicable. Maybe 30-40 can be applicable.
Okay, got it.
Chale aage.
Yeah.
Good. Now the next part is called the SVS, Service Value System. It says how all the components and activity of an organization work together to facilitate the value creation. Simple example. Let's say Harshal has a good experience, 15 years experience, Mac on 10, 12 years experience. Rituja is very new in the industry, just a college pass out. By this training, the benefit which she will be getting, you both cannot be get. Why? Because she is utilizing you both experience and my experience as well. This is what it says. How all the components and activity are work together. Maybe is feeling shy. No, I don't ask question. But Mac put the same question, the same different language. She got the idea. Okay, अच्छा ऐसे भी हो जाता है. So when we work together to achieve a value, see ultimately goal क्या है? Value ही है मेरा. अब my ultimately goal, your ultimately goal is the same. Get share ServiceNow knowledge. But how we are work together. As I say, if you did not ask question, it's a loss for you, not for me. As soon as I put that spark, you start asking question because you say it's a loss. Make your loss सहन करूं भाई. I am paying it. I have to be ask the questions. And sometimes we ask the question just to be stay attentive in the class as well. That okay, I'm wake up. Okay, so how does SVS work? Let me show you in the picture. Yeah. Let me see if I can get it a bigger picture. Yeah. ठीक है, देखो, this is called SVS, Service Value System. हम क्या दे रहे हैं? What I'm doing is service. Ultimately क्या चाहिए? Value. इसको रन करने के लिए चाहिए system. If I say guys, okay, today class is 5:30, tomorrow class is 7:30, after day it's 4:30, then the 3:30, then 2:30. अतुल मैं अटेंड नहीं करूंगा ऐसे. You have to give a fixed time for every day. That is called guiding principle. Respect each other. We have only one lady in the batch doesn't mean that you start teasing it, doing the personal messages to her. No. Nobody is allowed to send any good morning, good evening, good afternoon message, jokes in the WhatsApp group. That is called the guiding principles. So if you want to achieve value, you must have a guiding principles. You must start the class at 5:30 and you should be there by 5:29 so that when I give a ring, everybody should join the class. Then governance. Generally, the project fails because there's no governance or very low governance available on that part. Governance is the same thing. If you do something wrong in the class, I will kick you out. If you don't pay the fees, I'll kick you out. If you do eve teasings or unnecessary ping to this lady and she complained to me, I will kick you out, or the vice versa as well. So we need a governance as well. Because if you want to go from demand to value, see demand to value क्या है मेरा? ITIL 4 का motto. Under that I have these 5 components. इसको हम पकड़ते हैं, इसको रुकते हैं थोड़ी देर. Practices. ITIL 4 mainly emphasize on the practice. और practice क्या है? In a simple layman language, practices means when you do any work every day, and you become expert in that. That is called the practice. My father always says, if you want to learn, My English is very poor. I'm telling your friend. I have a lot of spelling mistakes. In my school days, I had a lot of problem in my English. Every time my copy is always red, 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 red. Then my father says, if you want to learn the English, you want to improve your things, write as much as you can write it. That is a practice. That helped me to increase my speed, writing speed. That improve my writing skills as well. And definitely my spellings also get increased. So practice is the word which ITIL introduced says when you work in a specific area, you are using or you're selling that as a practice. Now, if I say practice, generally it was process earlier. In the ITIL V3, it was a process, but now it has been practice. Let me go understand the practice mean. सिंपल सा लेते हैं इसका कुछ. Customary habitual expected procedure to way doing something. Okay, ठीक है. Now, if you notice in the organization where you're working, every organization has a practice. We have a ServiceNow practice, we have a SAP practice, we have a Java practice, we have a .NET practice, we have a X practice, sales practice, pre-sales practice. What this mean? This mean the people who are working in that domain, they are expert in that area. If you give any work to them, they will work on that part and they will sort out their things. This practice we will discuss upcoming slides as well. That what this practice include. Now the improvement. If I did not take the feedback from my last 14 batches, I'm not able to improve myself. First batch done, I got a feedback. Second batch done, got a feedback. Third batch, fourth batch, fifth batch, sixth batch. I got a feedback from one of my student. He failed number of times in the interview. He pinged me and said, "Atul sir, thank you so much. After training दिया, I like it, done. But one problem is in your training." I said, "Wow, tell me." "You did not provide any kind of a scripting knowledge." I said, "Boss, because I'm not a coder." He said, "No, that doesn't matter to us. You have to include something on the scripting part as well." Then I learned a little bit scripting and start adding that component in my trainings. Maybe very small, not in the deep. 2 hours, 3 hours training, 3 sessions will be there, but I added that flavor as well. And that guy again attended my batch and done this scripting part. And after that, he got an idea. He followed some books, YouTube's videos, blogs, and he cleared the interview. This is what the continual improvement. Now the question comes, Atul, you say SVS. So how these all 5 work together is SVS. Service Value System. डिमांड से वैल्यू तक जाना है, लेकिन इन पांचों को साथ लेके चलना है. If you remove governance, maybe you get impacted. If you remove principles, maybe you impacted. If you remove continual improvement, maybe you get impacted. So ITIL 4 says, boss, as per the SVS, you follow these 5 principles, 5 components, 5 rules here. If you want to be succeed in your business. Now, if I take Harshal says, Atul sir, I was working in a company which is very small. Maybe they don't have any guiding principles, but they have a governance on the place. They don't have a full-fledged practice, but they're running a small team. Okay, ये Java के लोग हैं, ये .NET के लोग हैं, ये इसके लोग हैं. Because a small company, they don't call us a practice, they call us a team only. And they take the continual improvement as well. So maybe directly, maybe indirectly, maybe explicitly, maybe implicitly, these terms we're using in our day in day out life as well. सुबह उठना पड़ेगा 5 बजे, that is a guiding principle. पढ़ना पड़ेगा, नहीं तो समझ नहीं आएगा, that is a governance. You have to do the hands-on, that is a practice. Ask question, improve your points, that is a continual improvement. तभी आप लोग यहाँ पहुंच पाएंगे. या हम लोग यहाँ पहुंच पाएंगे? बिकॉज वी स्टार्टेड दिस जर्नी, हम यहाँ से निकल गए, डिमांड हो गई, अपॉर्चुनिटी हो गई, डिसाइड कर ले कि क्या वैल्यू चाहिए. टू गेट दैट वैल्यू वी हैव टू फॉलो these 5. Now what is SVC? ये है SVC. SVC basically क्या है? If I say in the simple layman language, it is like, for me is the SDLC. ठीक है? SVC is the part of the SVS. ठीक है? What they are saying from demand to value, that's fine. देखो वैल्यू से डिमांड भी बनती है दोबारा से, और डिमांड से वैल्यू बनती है. This is when you proceed further in your development, in your creation, designing, delivering, supporting, you have to be engage the right people at the right time. For that you have to plan it, and you have to be improve it. Once you design, once you engage, then design, plan and improve. Then you build, plan and improve. Then you deliver, plan and improve. Then once you deliver, it become a product, a service, plan and improve, and see what value I'm getting it, and then go back to the demand. ये वही अपना SDLC वाला फंडा है, simple funda of the SDLC only. The only thing is that it has been wrapped with the 2 more terms called the plan and improve, because we are in the we are in the agile framework. कहते हैं ना agile है, अरे सब agile है आजकल, सब agile वाले हैं. Means छोटा सा काम किया, check कर लो. Now my son, what he do? He was doing some painting. He makes some small painting and said, Dad, it's looking good. I said, yes. What he's doing? He's planning and improving it. Can you cut it in this format? I cut it. He's planning and improving. He's planning and improving. He was engaged. What I need to build, he plan it with the designing, build it, designing and improve it, deliver it, improve it. Finally, make some poster and say, okay, it has been done. This is what SV says. Now the question का मतलब सर ये हमें क्यों बता रहे, सर्विस नाउ में हमें क्या करना है? Because we are as a consultant, we have to make sure that we go ahead, we follow the right SVS. हम ये सारी चीजें फॉलो करें. We follow this thing. If I'm going for a requirement gathering, I should say, okay, what is the governance on this requirement gathering? If tomorrow someone says I want to change the requirement, what type of governance we have? Okay, we have this governance. Okay, how we are managing it, how we are planning and improving it. Are you documenting somewhere first? और जब आएगा तब देखेंगे क्या करना है. So these are little theoretical part, but we use this in our day-to-day life as well. And ITL is also this thing. What I can say? Sorry, ITL ServiceNow is ITL compliant. ServiceNow is a ITL compliant because they follow these principles. Now the last part is there. It's called the practice. I'm not going to discuss ITIL V3, so don't get confused. ITIL V4 says total 34 practices they have given. Set of organizational resources designed for performing or accomplishing a specific object. Organizational resources मतलब कि पहला dimension organizational people, ये वो चीज है यहाँ पर. Who designed for performing work. Earlier what happened? When I started my IT journey in 2009, there was a concept called vertical. Means I am a Java trained and I am only working in the financial projects. अब कहीं पे अगर इंश्योरेंस में कोई नीड है जावा रिसोर्स की, they don't take me because मैं फाइनेंशियल का बंदा हूं. But now this concept has been changed. This is Atul is ServiceNow resource, irrespective of customer type or industry. It's a manufacturing, it's a telecom, it's a health, it's pharmaceutical, any type of industry. Atul is there, we can use it Atul. This is what the concept has been changed, because now I'm in a ServiceNow practice. I'm not tagged to a particular vertical. So now if you see, if you see in your industries, you will find out, oh wow, इसका मतलब ITIL 4 यहाँ पर भी काम कर रहा है कहीं ना कहीं. So you have three type of practices: journal, service management, and technical. What is journal? Journal says those practices which is applicable for any kind of a business, any kind of industry. जैसे strategy management. Either you are preparing for the ServiceNow certification, preparing for the IS, IPS, civil services, your class exams, your school exams, your medical exams, your driving exams, anything, you have to follow strategy. Either you are starting a telecom company, healthcare company, pharmaceutical company, insurance company, any, you must have a strategy, you must have a portfolio, you must have an architecture. These are applicable for any kind of business. That is, it's called as a journal management practice. Example लेके देखो. Think that if you want to start a restaurant, इसमें से ऐसा क्या है जो यूज नहीं होगा आपको? Then change the example from restaurant to school. Then see. You will find, oh, ये तो हर जगह काम आ रहे हैं. That is it is called journal management practice. कैसा भी business हो, कैसी भी industry हो, कैसा भी हो, it will be applicable for you. Maybe 100%, maybe 10%. That matter. Like Harshal says, Atul, I worked in a very small company. हाँ तो ठीक है ना, उनका आर्किटेक्चर ज्यादा बड़ा नहीं था, छोटी सी कंपनी थी, 2 प्रोडक्ट बेचते थे, बस उसी में काम चल जाता था. सो बट दे आर वेरी मिनिमाइज इन दैट. हाँ बट उनका स्ट्रेटेजी बहुत बढ़िया था. दे वांट टू इंप्रूव इट. दे आर वेरी सिक्योर ऑन द इंफॉर्मेशन सिक्योरिटी. इसमें उनका बहुत बड़ा होल था. दे हैव द रिपोर्टिंग एंड मेजरमेंट एज वेल. सो total, not 34, approximately 10 to 12 practices come under this part. Then ITIL says I have some service management practices as well. भैया आप सर्विस दोगे तो उस पर तो कुछ काम चाहिए. And this is what the place which I like most, because ITIL 4 introduced business analysis as a practice. ITIL 4 से पहले ये नहीं था concept. It was totally considered as a different things. But now ITIL 4 introduced this as a practice. And you will be surprised to know that even though ServiceNow Now Learning Platform has a specific course for the business analyst, they call it as a business process analyst. So they have a specific course on that platform so that they can comply with the ITIL. In this domain, we are mainly on the ITIL, we are on the service management processes like incident, change, problem, request, knowledge. Not knowledge. Knowledge is basically in the journal, because knowledge management is required. Capacity, monitoring, event management, problem release, and ITSM. Sorry, IT asset management. This says these are the practices which we are putting in this service management part. And last is a technical for the deployment perspective. Deployment कैसे होंगे? How you're managing your infra platform and how you're managing your software development life cycle. यहाँ पर आपका फिर DevOps, Agile, Lean सब आ जाता है फिर इसमें. This is what the benefit of ITIL 4. They introduce these concepts as well. Lean, DevOps, business analyst. Let me go and show up if I can get. ITIL 4 provides advising for integrating ITIL with the different frameworks or methodologies like DevOps, Lean, and Agile. You can integrate ITIL with these as well. Clear? Doubt, question, clarification. बताइए guys. Doubt, question, and clarification. No doubt. Okay. Good, I guess then. Go Rituja.
हाँ तो मुझे वो एक कल का पूछना था, वो आपने BA-CCA मॉडल का बताया था।
हाँ, BA-CCM.
तो CCM.
Yes. That is stand for the Business Analyst Core Concept Model.
कोर कंसेप्ट मॉडल, ओके। मैंने लिखा ही गलत है, BA-CCA। मैं बहुत गूगल कर चुकी हूँ।
BA-CCM, Business Analyst Core Concept Model. Let me see if I have any slide for that. Give me a minute. But it is part of my training as well, so I'll show you that.
Okay.
होना चाहिए ये change, need, solution, stakeholder, value and context. So ये 6 पैरामीटर है BA-CCA मॉडल के.
ओके, ये हम लोग पढ़ने वाले हैं.
हाँ, इसका थोड़ा सा ओवरव्यू हम करेंगे.
ओके, ठीक है, चलेगा. थैंक यू.
ठीक है, थोड़ा सा डिस्कशन we will discuss that how a business analyst work or what are the main things for the business analyst to do.
ओके.
ठीक है जी. Let me stop the recording and take quick attendance now.